Hey guys, RanquestLP here, bringing you episode number 5 of Civ 5: A Brave New World, playing as Korea. So, it's been a couple days since I've played Civ 5, and when we last left off, our major goals were to set up Busan and Seoul to be more production friendly. We needed to update our soldier count so that we didn't look like we were in last place, to make us look like easy targets, and also to finish building some of our world wonders. Now, unfortunately, we did not make it to the Great Lighthouse. We were beaten to that. But let's take a look at our demographics real quick. And so, our ranking, we're doing okay. I mean, we're making decent money. We're in second place with money. We're decent in production. Population is low, but that's not really that big of a deal. Mainly it's because we only have 2 cities, but we are going to rectify that this episode. And soldiers, of which, if you take a look here, this is fantastic. We are number 7, which is not the best, but it does bring us away from that last place mark. So anybody that is looking for military conquest, we are not the first target. And it looks like one of our hidden players ends up being the last place. So this, if I haven't mentioned it before, this shows who is in last place for that specific category. So if we look here, it looks like, who is it? I believe Hiawatha, no, not Hiawatha, Pakal, who is actually very close to us. It's this guy here. Is it? Not that guy. Here. Pakal, this guy here, he is actually in last place for just about every single category, which makes sense. He's about last place for in score as it is. So, if I've been doing some thinking, and I originally was thinking about settling in this marsh zone right next to the river, so that I could instantly have the diamonds and close bananas nearby. But I actually started thinking about it, and I think that this spot right here, this is a forest, grassland, hill, river spot. So, once we create the city, the forest will go away. But the big thing is that it's going to be a hill city, which will give us a boosted production. We still have the river slot so that we can get some of those, like the watermill and whatnot for increased production. Also, we'll have the stretches of river here. I still am going to push to acquire this spot here for the diamonds to get us increased production and extra money. And then also, so we can possibly get the bananas within our reach, and we can also get this bananas over here, so we'll actually get some decent food. And then also we have the sheep here that we can work, and some extra iron. So overall, I think by moving our point from this location here to this hill city, we'll actually make out a lot better than we first thought. And we're close. So this is the settler here. I think it's only a couple more turns until I can get the city started, and then we're going to have to rush by these tiles over to here. The only downside to creating more cities, at least to begin with, is if you look over here at our science, every city that we create or occupy will add a 3% increase to our science cost. Now, we are a little bit low on science, so the big thing with this city is we're going to try to rush the library out as fast as possible, because we want to counter that 3% increase as soon as we can. If we look at what we're building for production currently, we have a granary being started here only has 5 more turns in Busan. It's about to level up too. And then also we're working on the Writers Guild over in Seoul. And this is important because this will allow us to start building great writers, and great writers will allow us to start creating great works of writing, so that will increase different social buildings. So again, if we look at our great library, we have 2 slots for great works of writing. And the one thing too is, when we're looking at great people, we have these sliders here, and right now we only have a great scientist able to be built in as great people. And if you look at that number there, so we're at 47 for 100 for great scientist progress. That means that currently, in 53 turns, we'll have a great scientist. Now, there's different buildings that modify that, so we'll be able to get plus extra points for certain great people. Now, as soon as we finish the Writers Guild, which is a national wonder, we'll get a different slider that has different sets of numbers for great writers, and so we'll have 1 point, or whatever the point is. So yeah, we'll get 1 point towards great writers per turn. So that's always good to look at. It's important to note that they're on different sliders, so just because I'm getting 1 point for writers, it doesn't influence the scientists and whatnot. And that goes the same for, you know, great architects and prophets and whatnot. So good to always keep an eye on, and there are different... Now, because this is a brand new city and we don't have very many production or wonders and whatnot in here, this city doesn't actually produce any great people. So it's always good to look at all your cities and see what you have inside them, what you can do, and being able to mathematically pinpoint when you're going to get great people is always a good thing to be able to plan ahead for the future. So let's get into the game. We'll take a look at what we're producing again. So again, we have just a couple more turns until, actually 5 more turns, and we'll have production slots for both of these. And I believe we're on our next turn. I do also want to get some units out this way, because we have not discovered very close to our backyard. That is one thing too, is as you progress through the game, every in-between turn takes longer and longer, because there's more units and we can see more. So when you're playing Civ, you know, the whole BC era for the most part tends to go by really quickly, but as you start getting into AD, each turn is less and less. So
Benvenuto a Venezia. Sol
Venice.
Doge Enrico Dando.
Now this is exciting because Venice is one of those new civs that comes from A Brave New World, and they are actually a city-state civ. Now there's some difficulties in playing as them, and there's also some very cool benefits. And the biggest difficulty is that when you're playing as Venice, they cannot build settlers. So they only actually ever control Venice, their capital. And then what they can do is they can conquer other people's cities. Or what they can do is they can push out great merchants, and the great merchant takes the place of the regular merchant. And what that guy does is he has the potential... Truffles. Yum. He has the potential to buy city-states. So we have to be careful, because, you know, that civ can grow very quickly, or it can be very stagnant depending on who's playing. So you get a Venetian warrior. But the one thing that is huge, and I've seen...
Sta offerta non sarà valida per tanto tempo.
Thank you. Speaking to me in Italian. He's actually very close. I'm surprised it took us so long to meet him. But so the big benefit to Venice is that they make so much money, and what that comes from is they get double the trade routes of any civ. So as you see right here, we've got we've got 2 trade routes possible to be able to create, and we're going to create this city right now. Found a city, Gianuccio. And then again, we are going to... Actually, come on. That's it. Alright, buy a tile. Oh, these are expensive. So, 130, buy another tile. Ooh, that's only 70? Surprising. Yes, we want those tiles. And I think we're going to hold out from that. And from what it looks like too, this pink box was going to go towards the sheep. So our next border pop will encompass that, and it'll probably come and take over the iron as well. But from right now, we actually didn't spend too much money, but we've got our Jeonju city founded, and it's got some decent defense without anything else. We've got gems within our borders and bananas, so that is safe. We have decent farming plots that are safe, and then after we get those, we'll probably the city will probably automatically rush towards these bananas. So let's get some production started here. Okay. So it wants us to build a granary. Actually, how much does it cost to purchase a library? Alright, so a library is 400 gold. We're actually going to be pretty close. It may take a little bit. Let's hold off on... Let's take a look. So we are actually creating more signs from this city automatically. And let's do what it says. So watermill will give us financial benefits, but also the granary will allow us to grow faster. I'm going to go with the granary. We'll listen to them. Especially the science advisor, because he's important, because we want to be the best in science, and we are not doing so at the moment. So we've got instant protection there. We also are going to want to get some roads up here. And I know that some people don't like to add a lot of different roads, or at least too many roads, and because the reason for that is because of the maintenance cost. But a lot of times I like to add extra roads anyways, just because it makes travel so much quicker. So I believe I'm going to add roads up this way to connect Jeonju to Seoul, and from there to once my financial obligations are met for the most part, I probably will throw a road down through this pass here towards Busan, and that will just allow me to have different options when I'm trying to prepare my defense against different civs. So let's keep traveling, and we've met Bucharest, and they are a cultured yet irrational city-state, and they have whales. So we're actually going to wait. You don't want to piss them off. Fortify there. I know that you want 54 gold, but I'm sorry. We're sorry. We cannot afford 50 gold. So let's keep going this way, see what we can find. It's looking like we have this really long strait that's not terrible as far as the strait goes, but if there was more fish spots in this area, I wouldn't be too inclined not to take this spot, but without a ton of fish spots in this area, it just doesn't make the area very useful. Mount Sinai, World Wonder, and this will increase. This is a Faith Wonder. We have 3 natural wonders to find left. What did we just finished the granary. Okay. Stoneworks will give us +1 production, but it will also give us an extra production from marble and stone. So we have a marble, so that will effectively increase our production by 2. We could, let's see, what else do we? Any other advisors? No. Okay, so I am going to go with the stoneworks, because that's going to give us that increased production. And we've created our our Writers Guild, which is nice. You know what, let's get the pyramids going. Maybe we'll get it. It's a little bit late, but I feel as though if somebody were going for it and they had the Liberty Tree, that they would have gotten it by now. We're 105 turns in, and it doesn't take very long for someone to unlock that. And I know I probably should be building more military units, yes, but I believe that... Let's keep going. I believe that it's always good to have Great Wonders, because it gives us boost. You know, we're going to get 2 more workers, which is nice. We have a lot of unimproved tiles, but we will also get that extra culture return too. So that's always a benefit. Alright, so this guy is done. He created his mine. We get extra production there. We will need to start building roads up this way. Hello, barbarian camp. So this may not be a bad area either. So I'm actually going to take my. Considering we don't really have. Ooh. Pillaged. Considering we don't have much danger in this area, we're not at war. I'm going to take this guy out and explore this area a little bit more. So we can uncover here. Maybe we'll have another city going down in this area. He desires a trade route. It's actually a very easy quest to finish. So we've got bananas settled there. Fantastic. Let's see, what else? Iron. How many iron will this give us? It's going to give us 2 iron. We've got 6, and we actually haven't even started using it. So I think that our best route is to push for the cows first. Ooh, spices. This is actually really tempting. That's one of those luxury resources. Alright, roads. Alright, so we'll go up here. Let's build a route to here. Sorry, Hanoi. Yeah, I know, you're mad. Oh, yes, we are settling here. There's no question about it, and we need to get there fast before somebody else takes it. We have wine, some vino, we've got stone, and we've got spices. So this is a triple, 3 different luxury resources that we do not currently have. Now, this city is not going to. Actually, I could go here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So I think I'm going to put the city here. We're going to get bonus production. It's on the plains and on a hill. So we're going to go here, and then we will be able to we'll automatically have wine within our borders, and I will rush a culture pop this way so we can automatically take the spices, and then from there we can let the city automatically take that stone. But also from here, what we'll have is we'll actually have access to this fish, which is really nice.
Three things are necessary for the salvation of man: to know what he ought to believe, to know what he ought to desire, and to know what he ought to do. The voice of the people is the voice of God.
Very cool. Where do we want to go? Let's head this way. So that's uncovered. And we cannot go anywhere. Let's see if we can get some open borders.
Go ahead.
Darn. We cannot go through there. And we cannot open borders because we need civil service. Or one of us needs civil service. So let's send him on Auto Explorer. And let's double check our science real quick. Let's go back to our general zone. And what are we looking at? Here. So what are we doing? So we've got horseback riding in 2 turns. That won't take very long. It'll probably be a good idea to get... Alright, so horseback riding, then we got currency, and then civil service. So we're actually pushing towards that. Okay. And the reason for that was so that we could grab education. Okay. I like that. For now, anyways. Now the religion is founded. I'm surprised we actually haven't had any religious spread yet. Let's bring that guy back. Venice, here they are. And they actually have a lot of culture. Looks like they have wine, they've got... What is this? Just a regular mine? We've got some horses on the island. They've got sugar. Okay. Not terrible. And ooh, we've actually had a Reformation belief added to a religion. So, Reformation beliefs...
A horse! A horse! My kingdom for a horse!
Essentially what you do is once you found the Parthenon, as far as your religion goes, and let's attack this guy. He doesn't attack us. You found your Parthenon, and then from there you need a great prophet to then found a religion. And then after that, you need another great prophet to then reform your religion, so you just can add more benefits to it. The barbarian camp, of course. Someone has stolen Hanoi from Sweden. And we will have you fortify again. Kathmandu! Hello, how are you? You are religious, and you give whales. Sweet. There's another religion that's enhanced. And we've got a social policy. Fantastic. Let that guy go. Throw another attack. The Inca have enhanced their religion.
Di mana aja sekarang ni?
Are you the Inca? Yes. So, the one thing that we're looking at here, the Inca has enhanced their religion. So they've got 5 followers plus 30 pressure. Now what that's going to mean is, and what they actually have is they have Buddhism. So that pressure is this religion will spread. So it's only in one city currently, but it will start spreading. It looks like Busan will probably be the next city that it spreads to, unless they send missionaries over towards their other cities. But Buddhism will spread to different cities along the way, and as it grows, you'll get more pressure depending on how many followers of that religion are within your city. So, and we can get meritocracy, and we'll get +1 happiness for each of connected cities, and less happiness from capital distance. So, and with that, we've actually completed our first policy tree. And in order, well, actually, the old way of completing cultural victories was to complete 5 social policy trees. But they've actually taken that way. Then the way to be a great person. So what do we want? We'll go back on the culture in a second. So we can get a great scientist, which we will allow us to get a... Actually, let's close this real quick. So we can grab a great scientist, will give us tech boost. We could get a great engineer, which will allow us to rush a building. So if we wanted to take a look at... Show the cube. We could actually get the Hagia Sophia, and then that would actually allow us to rush a great prophet, which is kind of cool. We may possibly do that. I don't know. But we're at the only... See, I don't actually want to do that because I'm not really going for a faith or a religion route, and that just kind of seems like a waste. So I think I may actually rush the Oracle because that will give us an additional free policy. So I'm going to grab this. I'm going to grab a great engineer. Now the other thing that I could do, I could rush that wonder, but I could also use it to create a special building. So the great engineer will give a workshop, and it will give us benefits going forward. So see, it's tricky because I could do that, or I could also grab a great scientist and throw down a scientific plot. Tricky. You know what? That's probably the best idea. I'm gonna grab a great scientist. Okay. Thank you. Who was born? Who are you? Al-Kindi. I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna move you here, and let's see, what... I'm gonna have to wait till the next turn. And you notice that, you know, in this spot here, it has that little symbol. That means that we can build that great... Wow, this is important. I'm glad we went this route. So this great tile, once we create the academy here, it will give this tile plus 10 science per turn, and that is huge. Yeah, actually, I believe it will. Yes, plus 10 science, plus 2 food. So that was probably the best thing that we could have ever done. And actually, let's look at our production focus real quick, because I want to make sure that... Yeah, default focus. Okay, so we can do that. Oh, and we are automatically selecting it. So again, huge benefit. Wow, that's shocking. I don't think that used to produce 10 beakers. Maybe it's because of our... Because we're Korea? But I don't... Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's increased from before. You have completed that. Yep. Let's move you down to the bananas. We've got a promotion for this unit. Okay, so we can take Barrage 2, or we can get cover. I'm going to take Barrage 2. Why not? Keep going down that tree. Ooh, that's a huge one. 6 iron. Alright, so we've created that. What do we want to do? We can build some units, or we could build barracks, shrine, walls. I'm actually going to go and build a cargo ship. Yes, let's build a cargo ship so we can start trading. Take a couple turns. So we've got a land caravan. That's fine. I know we have civil service.
Better is bread with a happy heart
Currency,
than
fantastic.
wealth with
So this is
vexation.
great. We're gonna get our first big money producers, and the Petra actually may be a good idea to get to. Let's have a look. But so the market will start increasing our gold as a modifier, and then we can also get mint depending on what we have in our city. And so we can actually build a mint inside Seoul. So after this pyramids, I think I want to Byblos. Hello, maritime. Let's go this way. So one thing that's a downside of using a Pangea for a map is that the most, if not all, the city-states are actually going to be on an island or somewhere on the outskirts. So great for us because we can get, usually we're one of the first to actually do ocean exploration, especially considering we're on the coast. And with that we can go around and find all the city-states. So we get a lot of gold from that. So let's build a plantation. It's going to take a while. Kill that guy. Great Wall is whatever. And we can build the pyramids. Fantastic. So we've got 2 workers by our city, and improvement construction speed has gone up by 25%. So Belgrade, hello again. Alright, so what that means is that each one of these improvements will be built 25% faster, which is nice. That's a good bonus. But the big benefit is that we have extra workers, so we'll be able to enhance our territory much faster. You know, generally the rule of thumb for the territory is that you're going to want to have at least 1 worker per city. So, I mean, that can get expensive, and it also depends on how, what is the improvement status. That's actually kind of cool. Get the pyramids in the water. It depends on what the improvement status is based off of the area. So we can, I think the first thing that I'm going to want to do is build a mint here, and that will give us an extra 2 gold from the silver here. And then after that I'm going to build a market, so we're going to get plus 25% gold, so that will increase. So we'll have plus 2 from the silver, and then we will have plus 1 from the market, so that will be 14, and then we'll get 25% extra boost from gold, so we will get an additional 5%, probably around 3 gold from that. So this building will give us 4 gold, and that will increase exponentially based off of our future efforts. And actually, now that we have more diamonds, let's look around real quick, because maybe we can make some more gold. Let's go to Venice. They make a ton of gold. Let's trade with them.
Saluti.
They can't trade us any of those. We've got additional gems. I would like 5 gold per turn for gems. We take that.
Va bene.
Fantastic. Awesome. So we're making money again. So we did go close to, well, we did go into the negative because we have these 2 new workers, but with this increase in mints and yep, thank you. The increases with the mints, and I'm going to put each, one of those in all my cities eventually. That will increase our money by a lot. So, we have got a lot done today. I'm actually pretty excited. We've got our 3rd city. We've gotten a bunch of tech upgrades that are extremely nice, especially this academy here. Very, very, very important. Let's take a look at our demographics real quick. We are 2nd and we are back into last with soldiers. That's not good. We'll definitely have to rectify that next, but I'm actually glad that we've got the pyramids, so we've got some more workers, which will be able to improve our land much faster. So overall, the score doesn't really show where we really are, but I think we're in a good place to push forward next episode. So thanks for watching, guys. If you like this episode, please like, subscribe, comment, any one of those things, and let me know if what you like about the series, or if there's something that you want me to change. If you don't like the direction we're going, let me know. So we will see you next time, guys. Thank you. Bye.